a ton of mobs in Minecraft, 87 to be exact, and because there are so many, some are better than others. Looking at you, Phantom. Which is why today I will be ranking every single mob in Minecraft. How this ranking will work is there will be 5 tiers for me to rank them. Amazing, good, okay, bad, and removed from the game. I also won't be including Command or Education Edition exclusive mobs or mob variants, so mobs like the NPCs and Warm Cow will not be included. So anyways, let's get right into it. Chicken. They give both eggs, meat, and feathers, and they can be easily bred. Amazing. Cow. Gives both meat and leather, and they give you milk. Amazing. Pig. They only give meat, but pork is pretty good, and you can ride them. I mean, I've never seen anyone ride a pig before, but it's still fun. Amazing. Sheep. They give wool, which is pretty useful, but I mean, does anyone actually eat mutton? Good. Camel. They're like a horse, except they can fit 2 players at once, and they can dash. Good. Horse. If you get one that's bad and moves really slow, just kill it for the leather, but if it moves at the speed of light, keep it. And you can put armor on it, which is great. The only problem is that when you're late into the game, they basically become useless because you probably have an elytra by then, and those are way faster. Amazing. Donkey. Just the worst version of the horse, but I mean, you can use them as storage, which is a plus. Good. Mule. Once again, another horse-like mob, and this one doesn't actually spawn naturally. You have to breed a horse with a donkey, which gives you a mule. Good. Cat. They give you gifts when you wake up in the morning, and they're super cute. Amazing. Parrot. What do they actually do? I mean, they're cute, so obviously I'm gonna tame one, but like, what do they actually do? Apparently they mimic hostile mob noises, which is useful, but most of the time it's just annoying. Oh yeah, and they can also dance. Good. Wolf. Yes, one of the best mobs in the game. They fight for you, which, I mean, literally nobody uses wolves to fight. Oh yeah, and did I mention how absolutely adorable they are? Amazing. Armadillo. When it won the mob vote like 3 years ago, I was super happy, but I mean, I don't think I've ever crafted a set of wolf armor in my life. Okay. Bat. Literally does nothing. The only thing they do is add ambience to caves, which is cool, but like half the time they just fly straight into lava. I mean, they're not a good mob, but I mean, they don't affect the gameplay. Bad. B. They add life to forests and they give you access to honey. One thing I don't understand though is how absolutely massive they are. If they were that big in real life, I would have died from a heart attack by now. Good. Fox. They're super cute and add life to the tigers. Amazing. Goat. They're just so silly and goofy and they ram into everything and I love them. Amazing. Llama. They're cute, except they literally spit on you. Also, you can put a carpet on them to give them a cool design. Good. Crater llama. A cooler version of a llama. Wait, why did they make these 2 different mobs? Good. Ocelot. They used to be good until the Village and Pillage update came along and completely ruined them. What they used to do is when you tame them, they became a cat, but then the Village and Pillage update added cats as their own mob and completely took away the Ocelot's ability tamed as a cat and are now as useful as bats. Bad. Panda. Look at how silly these guys are. Good. Polar bear. What do they even do? They were added in the 1.10 disappointment update, and just like all the other useless features they added, this one is just as useless. Sure, they dropped fish, but I mean, come on. It's fish. Nobody eats fish. Bad. Rabbit. They got a redesign in the Tiny Takeover update, and come on, this is just way better than the original. Good. Axolotl. Yeah, they don't do anything, but I mean, just look at the guy. How could you say no to that little face? Amazing. Cod. They dropped the worst meat in the game and they're just ugly. Bad. Salmon. I guess it's better than the cod? Okay. Tropical fish. They're way better than the other fish and they come in over 2,000 different variants. Good. Dolphin. They lead you to shipwrecks, which is pretty cool, and they make you swim faster. Good. Squid. I mean, am I really supposed to put this any higher than just okay? Bad. Low squid. Why did this win the 2020 mob vote? We could have had the Iceologer from Minecraft Dungeons, which could add a cool new challenge to mountains since the new and improved ones won the biome vote a year prior. We could have gotten the Moon Bloom, which would add a new flower and a new way to interact with bees. But no, we can't have anything interesting and exciting. Let's just pick a retextured squid. And before you start saying, oh, but they make science go, they could have done that with glowstone. Removed from the game. Nautilus. They're basically the underwater version of the Happy Gas, and they also pause your oxygen bar, letting you go underwater without worrying about your oxygen. Good. Zombie Nautilus. A cooler looking version of the Nautilus. Good. Pufferfish. Pufferfish used to be pretty pointless, but after the Mounts of Mayhem update, they became way more useful because pufferfish is what you need to tame a Nautilus. Good. Frog. When they eat a slime or magma cube, they give you a frog light, which are pretty useful for building. Good. Tadpole. Just the baby version of the frog? Why are these two different mobs? Okay. Turtle. Turtles are cool, and for some reason they drop bowls when they're struck by lightning. Good. Allay. Used to be pretty useful, but after the copper golem was added, they became obsolete. Okay. Mushroom. Just a cow, but way better. They do the same thing normal cows do, give milk, meat, and leather. But one thing that makes them better is when you use a bowl to milk it instead of a bucket, it gives you mushroom stew, basically giving you infinite food. And if you get a brown one and feed it a flower and use a bowl on it, it gives you suspicious stew, also basically giving you infinite potions. Amazing. Sniffer. An extinct mob you have to revive by venturing down into the ocean ruins to uncover their egg for you to hatch. Amazing. Copper Golem. He sorts your chest for you, which is just so useful. Amazing. Iron Golem. They're meant to be made for protection, but people just decided to build massive iron farms out of them. Amazing. Snow Golem. He's also supposed to protect you, but he does a very poor job at doing so because he throws snowballs which deal no damage, and he has like 2 hearts of HP. Good. Villager. Imagine living peacefully and then some random person comes along and makes you work minimum wage for eternity. Amazing. Wandering Trader. Wow, 50 emeralds for 1 block of dirt? What a steal. Remove from the game. Skeleton. I swear they have to be chained. They literally never miss their shots. Good. Bugged. Instead of shooting regular arrows, they shoot poison arrows. Good. Oh wait, I ran out of room. Let me just... Stray. Instead of regular arrows, they shoot slowness arrows. Okay. Parched. Instead of shooting regular arrows, they shoot weakness arrows. Good. Wither Skeleton. Instead of a bow, it has a sword and it gives you the wither effect. Okay. Camel Husk. They spawn in deserts with a parched and husk riding them. Good. Zombie. They're pretty easy to kill and they aren't that annoying. Except for the baby zombie, which is the exact opposite of what I just said. Amazing. Drowned. They'll just start attacking you if you take 1 step into the water and they're so annoying. Bad. Husk. They're like a normal zombie, except when they attack you, they give you hunger. Good. Skeleton Horse. They look cool, but they can't even wear horse armor. Okay. Zombie Horse. They used to be exclusive to creative mode, but now they spawn with a zombie holding a spear riding it. Good. Zombie Villager. If you find one of these in Curia, it'll give you some pretty good trades. Good. Spider. They won't attack you during the day and they don't have that much HP. Good. Cave Spider. Just a more annoying version of the regular spider. Okay. Blaze. They're required to beat the game because they give blaze powder and blaze powder is needed for Eyes of Ender. Good. Freeze. Not required to beat the game, but they're a pretty fun mini boss. Good. Creaking. It's creepy, it blends in with the environment around it, and it gives you access to resin, which is a really cool block set. Amazing. Creeper. These guys will just destroy anything you build. They are the most famous mob in the game though. I mean, they're literally in the logo. Amazing. Guardian. I mean, they're fine. Okay. Elder Guardian. I guess they're supposed to be a hard boss, but I mean, they're so easy to kill. Okay. Phantom. What more do I need to say? Remove from the game. Silverfish. Again, what more do I need to say? Remove from the game. Slime. They give slime, which is very useful for redstone. Amazing. Warden. Nobody told me Minecraft was a horror game. I mean, look at this thing. Amazing. Witch. Say you're just minding your own business, doing whatever, and then you get splashed with a potion of poison. Oh yeah, and you can't block potions. Bad. Evoker. They give access to totems of undying, which are super useful in hardcore mode. Good. Pillager. They're like the evil version of the villagers, and I think that's really cool. Well, I mean, all the illager mobs are evil villagers, but still. Good. Ravager. I just think they look really funny with their massive villager noses. Good. Vex. Why did they give them the ability to phase through blocks? Remove from the game. Vindicator. Oh yeah, if you give it the name tag Johnny, it'll just start attacking everything in sight. Good. Ghast. Imagine a giant floating marshmallow that's evil and wants to kill you. Good. Happy Ghast. Imagine a giant floating marshmallow that's friendly and lets you fly through the skies. Amazing. Hoglin. The only thing these creatures do is make your nether trip 10 times worse. Remove from the game. Magma Cube. A way more annoying version of a slime. Bad. Piglin. Oh boy, I can't wait to trade my hard-earned gold for some string. Good. Piglin Brute. There are piglin, except they don't care about gold and are just focused on killing you. Good. Strider. They're basically a boat for lava, which makes it so much easier to get across massive lava lakes. Oh no, I ran out of room again. Amazing. Zoglin. I mean, they don't spawn in the nether, which is good. Okay. Zombie piglin. If you don't hurt them, they don't hurt you. Good. Enderman. They drop ender pearls, which are also used to craft Eyes of Ender. Good. Endermite, a retextured silverfish, I guess, but they are required for Enderman farms. Bad. Shulker. They give access to shulker boxes, which are super useful late game. Good. Wither. They're pretty easy to defeat in Java Edition, but they're so difficult in Bedrock. Good. And the last mob is the Ender Dragon. This is the final boss of the game, and it's pretty fun to fight. Amazing. So anyways, those are all my rankings for every mob in Minecraft. If I missed anything, tell me in the comments. Now, before you guys start saying, oh, you forgot the sulfur cube, I started editing this video before the update came out, so that explains why it isn't on here. And if you don't agree with me, I'm going to burn down your house in Minecraft. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, bye guys!